Hi, folks. So I've been posting videos about being laid off and trying to find a job and not being able to get a job. And I can't tell you how many comments I've gotten about my weight on my videos. And I swear I must have the opposite of anorexia. I believe that I look better than I do because you guys keep reminding me how heavy I am. And that's probably one of the reasons why I'm not getting a job. Well, I'm 6 foot tall and I weigh 350 pounds. 30 years ago, I was 6 foot tall and weighed 185 pounds. So working all these years behind a desk has, not been good for me. I've just gained weight steadily over the years. And one of the reasons why is because people were always bringing in donuts and setting them right in front of my desk, it seems, or candy. And, it's just really easy to gain weight when you're working a sedentary job. And the truth be known is I never knew that weight discrimination in the workplace or in the hiring process ever existed. And I guess the reason why is because I've always worked around a lot of fat people. I've always been a paper pusher. I've always worked behind a desk. Most of the people that I worked with were overweight. So it never occurred to me that weight discrimination was ever an issue. So anyhow, I want to show you just a few of the many comments I've gotten about my weight. This one says, get in shape and everything will fall into place, and stop eating, go to the gym. Apparently, they think that that is the reason why I'm not getting hired. Well, some people are just trying to be helpful, like this person who writes, Sir, I know from experience that HR people living in their power bubble will look for any excuse to avoid hiring you. They'll look at an overweight man and think, if he's not even disciplined enough to avoid overeating, why should I believe that he would be disciplined enough to do a good job for our company? Please avoid the processed sugars and go for a run every day until you're hired. So this person writes, what you can do is lose weight. It is the best way to become healthy. Also, it would improve your appearance. Whenever you feel good and look well, you become more attractive. You want to attract people to you. Your attractiveness is important in your personal and professional life and because of your age. Look, you have to be 3 times better than someone who is much younger than you are. Become a savage. It is your responsibility to take control of your life. Find YouTube videos for workout beginners who can start exercising in their home and taking walks outdoors every day. Change your diet. There are videos for that as well. You have to put in the work instead of whining about life not going as planned. It should be expected that life is not always going to go as planned. What is important is how you respond to it. Well, apparently this person thinks that I'm not getting hired because of my weight, because that's what the whole comment was about. So the comment sections on my videos are filled with comments like these. So after reading your comments, I wanted to find out if weight discrimination was really a real thing in the workplace. And so I did a little research. So what I found is obese people are discriminated against during the hiring process and at the workplace. And the reason why is because there are a lot of stereotypes about obese people, such as obese people are lazy, they lack self-discipline, they're unconscientious, they're unmotivated, they're just going to get sick and start calling off all the time. Obese people are less likely to be regarded as leaders, they're less likely to be promoted. Obese women are less likely to get customer-facing positions. And I found one study that showed that 45% of employers say that they are actually less likely to recruit obese people. So, and also, obese people are a lot more likely to experience bullying at work. And the heavier you are, the worse the bullying. The next thing I wanted to find out is weight discrimination legal in the United States? So what I found is weight discrimination is legal in the United States. There are no federal laws prohibiting it. However, there are a couple places, such as Michigan and some cities like Urbana and San Francisco, that do prohibit weight discrimination. However, if you can prove that being skinny is necessary to do the job, you can be exempt from those laws. And I also found that because there are no federal laws against weight discrimination, there have been some places who've tried to tie it into disabilities laws, but judges are really hesitant to do that, partly because they see obesity as being a choice. So that's not working either. So after reading your comments and doing my own research, I tried to think back to see if there was ever a time when I knew that I was being discriminated against because of my weight. And there was one time when I do feel that I was discriminated against because of my weight. And it was when I applied for a job as a line cook at a restaurant. So I applied for a job as a line cook at this nice restaurant. And I applied for it because it was just going to be a filler job for me. I was going to take it until I got something better. Also, the job paid pretty well, and they didn't require any experience. The job description said that they would train you. So I get a call for an interview, and I'm thinking, oh, great, I'm going to get this job. And when I get to the interview, they set me down at a table and tell me to wait for the manager. So 15 minutes later, the manager finally arrives and the interview begins. And he asks me general questions and I answer his questions fine, and we seem to be getting along. And I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to get this job, I wanted the job at the time, so I was happy about that. But the manager, during the interview, the manager asked me to get up and to come with him to the back of the kitchen. And when I got up, he kind of looked me over and saw my belly and said, "Are you going to be able to stand on your feet all day?" And I said, "Yeah." But when he said that, I kind of knew that I wasn't going to get this job. And how I know that this is weight discrimination is because he showed me the two other line cooks in the restaurant, and they were obviously over the age of 50, and both of them were skinny. So I know that I was being discriminated against because of my weight and not age. So I sort of forgot about this incident because it was just a filler job and it really never made an impact in my life. And it was early in my job search, so I thought that I was going to get another job easily. I just sort of blew off the incident as this guy is just a jerk. So in conclusion, it's very well known that weight discrimination does occur all the time in the United States. However, there are no federal laws against it, and there are very few protections against it. And yes, I have experienced weight discrimination before. So if you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for listening. Bye.